I'm Alan Story, Chief Product Officer of Intercede. This presentation gives an overview of our mobile credential management capabilities. Intercede's digital identity management platform, MyID, enables organizations to replace passwords with certificates, increasing security and user convenience. It does this simply, securely, and at scale. Let's take a look at the components of the solution. Here we have a mobile device and a MyID server. The server platform can run on-premise, in the cloud, or as a hybrid. We connect to a PKI, such as Symantec, Entrust, Verizon, or Microsoft, to issue certificates, and a hardware security module to secure cryptographic operations, such as communications or signing audit records. There are a number of ways we can get user data into MyID, including connecting to a directory, passed in via APIs from an identity management system, via an operator, or a self-service user with our kiosk interface. On the mobile device, we have an identity agent app, which acts as a bridge between the MyID server and key stores on the device. It controls key generation, delivery of certificates, and any user actions such as setting PIN or fingerprint protection. The identity agent is also available as an SDK for those who wish to embed certificate management into their own apps. Let's take a look at MyID in use. Here's Sam using the MyID self-service kiosk to collect a credential to his mobile device. Sam approaches the kiosk and inserts his PIV, TWIC or CAT card. MyID checks the card is valid and has come from the correct issuing authority. Sam enters his PIN. This allows us to verify that he is in possession of the card and his rights have not been revoked. Optionally, we can also perform a biometric match, which may be required for the issuance of high assurance credentials. MyID then checks that Sam is allowed to have a derived credential issued, and if so, displays a QR code on screen. This contains information the identity agent will use to collect the mobile credentials. Sam launches the identity agent app on his phone and uses it to scan the QR code displayed on the kiosk. MyID establishes secure communications with the device, signing and encrypting all exchanged data. Sam is prompted to set a PIN to protect the credentials. This could also be a fingerprint or just rely on the phone unlock mechanism, depending on policy and where the keys are stored. Signing and authentication keys are generated on the device, with archived keys, e.g. for reading encrypted email, being recovered and securely injected into the key store. Issuing credentials to mobile devices is just part of the solution. Making them easy to use across multiple apps requires additional capabilities. For apps to be able to use credentials, they have to be in the right place or key store on the device. First-party apps, e.g. Safari, or a third-party app that embeds Safari, e.g. Ping Identity, need keys in the system key store. Third-party apps that do their own crypto, e.g. AirWatch and Citrix, typically need keys delivered to their own key stores. For apps that need additional security but don't want to perform their own crypto, e.g. Centrify and Ividium, then we can write into an Intercede key store and provide a simple SDK to perform cryptographic operations such as signing and encryption on behalf of the third-party app. MyID can deliver to all of these key stores in a single issuance process. In all cases, the issuance process is secure and simple, with no need for any manual intervention from the user. Let's take a look at how MyID issued mobile credentials can be used to secure access to government services, and also how that government can use those credentials to provide identity services to third parties. Here, a citizen wishes to access protected data within a government application, in this case, their details. MyID prompts for a fingerprint. This unlocks access to the private key which is used to digitally sign an authentication request. Once validated, the citizen is granted access to the sensitive data within the app. Here, the citizen is wishing to access sensitive data from a website and will use their phone to authenticate. This could be from any browser on any device. Once access is requested, the server uses an Intercede SDK to generate an authentication challenge and display it as a QR code. The citizen then launches a government app on their phone and selects Verify ID. The government app uses the MyID SDK to launch a QR code scan. The SDK then prompts for a fingerprint to access the private key. The server then verifies the signed authentication request and grants access to the secured data. A lot of organisations, such as finance and healthcare, could benefit from being able to use a digital identity issued by a trusted third party, such as a government. To date, this has been difficult, and the technical complexities of sharing identity information between siloed mobile apps has been a barrier to widespread adoption. The Intercede solution allows a single app to provide identity services to multiple third-party apps and service providers. In this example, the citizen wishes to access sensitive data within a healthcare app. The app has no keys or certificates itself, so prompts the citizen for how they wish to authenticate. The citizen chooses the government app. Now, the MyID SDK within the government app takes over and prompts the user for a fingerprint. This unlocks access to the credentials within the government app, which are used to authenticate the citizen. The citizen is then granted access to the protected healthcare data, based on a digitally signed two-factor authentication provided by the government app. The same government mobile app can also provide secure access to third-party websites. Here, a citizen accesses a healthcare site. As they attempt to access sensitive data, the website displays a random challenge displayed as a QR code using a simple Intercede SDK. The citizen uses their government app to identify themselves. And by scanning the QR code displayed on the healthcare website, providing their fingerprint, they are granted access to the sensitive healthcare data based on their government credential. For Intercede to be able to deliver these mobile solutions, we need strong technical relationships with standards bodies, mobile OS and chip manufacturers, and mobility management providers. Intercede already has in place relationships that give us access to development and product management teams from the industry majors, to the extent where our software is often used by third parties to meet their customers' mobile credentialing needs. If you want to learn more about how we can help you bring the security and convenience of digital identity to your mobile projects, please visit our website, watch our videos, or simply contact us.